Now, what I got a while back was I copped someone trying to ask for a gig to the Felix Bar comedy page. Now, the thing is, that gig hasn't run for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But they found the page on Facebook. And it says, all over the page, it says, we do not run anymore. Final gig, 2005 or 2015, whatever it is. No longer running, final gig, all that sort of stuff.
Profile pic is just an image that says, we're done.
Yeah.
That's at least.
Totally.
I reckon that's longer than 3 years ago. Do you reckon?
Yeah. But that's probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I copped a message like that asking for a gig. And so I just want to, now this is something that me and Tommy particularly love, and you've got like a bit of an involvement in it. That's all. So I just want to read out some of the transcripts of it. So this guy hits me up. Hi, to whom it may concern, my name is Redacted, and I am interested in performing at the next open mic event at your venue. Again, was an open mic as well, but anyway.
Whatever.
Yeah. How can I get a spot? Thanks. Here's my email address. I go, hitting up a comedy page on Facebook without coming to the venue or reading any of the details is absolutely the best way to do it. You're in for next Friday. And the details on the page is we do it every Wednesday as well. So he goes, sorry, but I'm working next Friday night. So I got knocked back. So I go, okay, let's make it Saturday. And he goes, Saturday, August 9. I go, sure, probably. It's not a paid gig, but I can offer you 30 free tickets to Radiohead's next show. Is that okay? He says, yes, that would be great. Thank you. Thank you. What's your name? And I say, Rick Mitchell, because that's the name of a very annoying open micer at the time.
Rick Mitchell.
The punchline to that would be, every time, because I run a lot of rooms and I do the podcast, all that sort of stuff, everyone tends to think I'm like the switchboard, that I know everyone in comedy.
Yeah.
So what's Hughes' number? What's Dave O'Neill's number? And I got so sick of it that I went, you know what? I'm giving out Rick Mitchell's phone number from now on.
I'm going to have to bleep his name.
And no, he doesn't do it anymore. So I would put that out to everyone. So this guy must have copped so many calls going, hey, Akmal, do you want to come and do this gig? Is this Jamoan?
He probably turned up to it, but I would have gone, yeah, I'll do it.
I still remember the time I tried to call Michael Chamberlain to ask him something and bugging me down. Who should pick up the phone? But the great man, Rick Mitchell.
I did do it to everyone.
I copped it once.
Yeah.
Brutal.
So I say, Rick Mitchell, and this guy goes, okay, so this is just a 5-minute spot. And I say, no, 45 minutes. He says, okay, but at this point, I am only in the 5 to 10 minute range. He says, and I say, well, you blew it, buddy. I need a great headliner, and I thought you had it in you. I don't have time for silly buggers, okay? I will be emailing every comedy club owner about your charlatan-like behaviour. You will rue the day you missed with me, Rick Mitchell. Phone number 0423, and then gave out his number. So he says, sorry, Rick, I was only inquiring about 5-minute open spots as I am a new comic. Am I still able to perform perhaps a support spot, for example? And I said, okay, you've got a silver tongue, buddy, and you've talked your way back into my good books. I have a 43-minute support spot on the same night. Are you available? He says, I'm available to perform. But because I don't know if I've mentioned this, I'm new, I only have 10 to 15 minutes of material.
He's up
It's written.
He's written another 5
minutes in the course of this
He might have 5 minutes on Rick Mitchell at this point.
He's starting to believe in himself. Build it and they will come.
Yeah, it's the secret.
He says, what if I get someone else and we can share the bill? I said, do you know comedians? Who? Do you know Hughesy? He's very popular in Australian comedy. He says, no, Michael Connell. It's a bit of a step down. Bit of a step down. I said, well, if you know Hughesy, you could do like 35 minutes, and he could do 10 minutes of support. Could be a great solution.
Yeah, right.
He says, don't you mean I would do 10 minutes? Don't you mean I could do 10 minutes and Michael Connell could do 30? And I said, who is Michael Connell? I said Dave Hughes. Listening is a very important part of Australian comedy.
Oh, you're torturing this poor guy.
We need to get this guy. You need him on your podcast. I love this guy. I really love this guy.
He's a go-getter.
He says...
Oh, you got to get him
I don't think he does comedy anymore, does he?
You got his number?
No, this guy still does comedy.
Can you ring him?
No,
I want to talk to him.
Let's finish first.
All right, yeah.
He says, I do not know Dave Hughes. Unfortunately, I do not know any high-profile comedians. At this point, I can only do a 5-minute spot, so he's gone back there. I've knocked the wind out of him.
Poor bugger.
Which is obviously not what you want, so I will leave it there and keep getting new material until I have a solid hour. Thank you, Rick. Sorry for wasting your time.
Nice.
Say, okay, thanks, Jake. See you next Saturday. I'll light you at 40. He's
love
Rick.
him.
Rick, I do not have 40. Rick, I do not
The
have
best
40.
thing I've ever heard. Hang on, you need to publish this. This needs to be published.
Rick,
Yeah.
Rick, I do not have 45 minutes
love
set.
him.
I can only do 5 to 10 minutes. I say, huh? Why did you say you could do 40 minutes then? I've already printed the posters. People are excited to see Hughesy. What am I supposed to tell them?
If I'm him, I'm going, who's this printer you use? This is incredible.
Very quick.
Turnaround time.
Is he in on it? He's not in on it, is he?
No. I don't think he's aware.
I love him. What a straight bat he's played.
Oh, God.
He says, Rick, I'm sorry, but I can't do a minute set. So I don't know where now he can't do
Oh, he's losing
minutes.
it.
He's shedding minutes by the second.
I cannot do a minute
He's
set.
given
and-
up comedy at
and
this
I-
point. Yeah.
And I don't know Dave Hughes. I hope you realise that. I hope you are joking. I said,
Oh, there
mate.
you go.
I go, mate. I didn't get into comedy to be around jokes. If you can only do 35 minutes, tell me now and don't beat around the bush. He says, I can only do 10 minutes. Oh, he's back. What a roller coaster.
He's all over the place.
I say, okay, I get the message, Jake. Do you know any songs? I need you to stretch to 15 to 20 minutes minimum. I've only ever seen Hughesy do 5 minutes on the gala, so I have a feeling we can't rely on him to do any longer. He says, I can try to stretch to 15 minutes, but no more, and no, I cannot do any songs. I say, okay, well, I assume you and Hughesy will be arriving together. Maybe work out a song in the car. Doesn't have to be a duet. Maybe he can sing and you can rap in the background. Up to you. I don't want to be some big boss guy.
This is Homer's Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He responds with our favourite bit of the whole transcript, which is the simple sentence, I don't know Hughes. Not I don't know Hughesy, not I don't know Dave Hughes, but I don't know Hughes.
I don't know who you
Oh,
Which we are fascinated by.
I love this guy, honestly.
I don't think anyone's ever said to you, no one describes you as Hughes. It's
No,
Dave Hughes. It's
no.
Dave
Just so you know, the whole time we've been organising doing this podcast today, all of our communication has been, are we on for doing the podcast with Hughes?
Hughes.
He says, I don't know Hughes.
When
I
did this happen? When did this happen?
Oh, this is a couple of years ago.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I
this is like
want
2
this
years
guy
ago.
still to be alive.
Yeah. He is. I've seen him around.
You
He's
have.
still
I wanna
around,
know-
apparently.
I want to know how many minutes he thinks he has now.
Have you seen him on stage?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Tommy, have you seen him on stage?
I haven't
or-
seen him on stage,
No.
yeah.
Right, so here comes another highlight. So we love I Don't Know Hughes. This
If
has
I-
been
yeah,
something
yeah.
we've talked about for 2 years at
If I
least.
still ran my gig, I'd be booking this guy.
Oh, definitely for 5 minutes.
I'll put in a word to the new
Yeah.
runners.
From now on, when I have Hughesy as a headliner, I'm just going to put Hughes. Sorry. Do you know him?
I don't know Hughes.
don't
I
know
really
Hughes,
think
right.
you should publish this exchange. This could, at least in the Australian comedy
Yeah,
community,
yeah,
this
yeah.
would be a
Funny.
lot of fun.
All
It's
right,
like
yeah.
shit my dad says.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Yep. Shit an open micer says. Yeah, right. So he says, I don't know Hughes. I say, if Hughesy doesn't show, I don't know what to do then. If you only have 15 minutes, what happens in the other 25 minutes? Do you have a projector? What's your favourite episode of Faulty Towers? We could play that. Which one? The Manuel episode? Whoops, I fell over. He says, Rick, I don't know Hughes, and I can only do 10 to 15 minutes. Let's back up. So then he says this. He says that, right? And then he says the next line, which we are also in love with. He says, Rick, I don't know Hughes. I can only do 10 to 15 minutes. Is everything Rick? Is everything Rick? He's obviously meant is everything okay, Rick, and forgot the okay. But he said, is everything Rick? To which I respond, everything is Rick.
He's worried about your mental health.
Well, there you go. There's the name of the book right there. Everything is Rick.
That's the self-help book. Is everything Rick?
Was that, so what was the exchange over? Was that over a few days or was it just one
That's
back and
one
forth?
One
day.
sitting.
That was one
One
sitting?
day.
That's once.
Was that back and forth?
Yes.
Yeah, it was-
In one
yeah.
day.
In real time?
Yes.
Yeah, was
Like
it-
live?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a live chat.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by how that all went down.
Yeah.
You just
do
heard
love
how
it.
it all went down.
I love it. I love it.
So he's still around. I don't know whether we should reveal the name because he's just like he's a new open micer, and it was some people might think that's a bit mean, but I was at my wits' end. You get hit up by so many.
get a
open
lot.
micers
that
and
was
whatever.
just funny.
That was just fun. That was a bit of
Yeah,
fun.
no, if he can't handle that, he should quit comedy anyway.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
No, he's got to be. Oh God, will tell me off air then.
Yes,
I really
I
want to
will.
know who
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
I want to see. I want to see a photo of him.
Yeah.
I'm so glad after us discussing that for many, many years now, I'm so glad that it's out in the public domain.
Yeah,
I
So
feel
that's
free.
the first airing of it.
Yeah, I feel free.
It's
I
a
feel
big
free.
it's a big weight off our chest because we were scared. We thought maybe you might find offence in it or something. but then-
No, I find it offensive in many things, but not that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's-
we thought we'd come in here and maybe we'd read it out and then everything wouldn't be rigged. But it's a
Everything-
relief to
and
know.
then- and then you-
Hughes, can we just get you to sign off?
Yeah.
You know what? Everything is Rick, and he
He said it. He said it.
Everything is
God, I'm
rigged.
glad I know Hughes.
And that guy will know Hughes as well.
Yeah,
He will know Hughes.
You want to hang out with him?
He will know
Yes.
Hughes.
Yeah, it's
It's my
like
life mission now.
you put it out into the world,
exactly.
and then great
There it
things can
is.
happen.
He did it.
Oof.
After reading that, I think it's pretty clear that he doesn't know Hughes and he has a problem at the moment.